you guys. Okay, so I'm working on a Gemini reading today, and I pulled an oracle card and read it before because I wanted to. So it's number 33. It's called the Camel Boy. Small steps and asking for help. And the card, the message on this card is about actually asking Spirit for your help, for help from them, right? It says, no matter the issue, this is a sign that if you ask, you will receive what you need. Synchronicity is engaged when you request assistance. The Camel Boy never lets you down when you ask for help to lighten your load. Now is the time to do so and expect to get it. It talks about someone coming into your life. It's a wise person coming in. Like, I feel like you guys are reaching for questions, asking questions, you know. And it says maybe there's a wise person who's coming in to give you advice. Or somebody shows up to help you out with something, right? But the thing is like, no matter what it is that you're asking for, you're receiving. 33 is a ascended master number. So I feel like you're being taken care of by the ascended masters. Those are the ones who came to this earth and had every fucking obstacle they could have in their way, and they made it. You know, they made it. So I feel like that's who's watching over you with that card that is called the Camel Boy. But it is about just having help and asking for it and receiving. Also talks about synchronicities too, so pay attention, you know, to anything that might seem like it's a message, you know, numbers, stuff like that. All right, so let's see here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And all right, so we'll start with October. So I feel like you have some kind of clarity of truth coming in, some kind of clarity. Tell me what the clarity is. What are you wanting to know about? Okay, it's about love. It's about, you want clarity about 8 of Cups, someone that walked away, who was a soul friend. That's patience, it's transmuting energy, right? It's traveling, and it's the Hermit card. So I feel like you're getting clarity about someone, a specific someone that you know about. You know, it's a soul friend, right? Could be somebody that taught you patience. Could be somebody who taught you how to go inside or pushed you to go inside in the hermit mode. Anyway, I feel like you're getting clear on that, like maybe why they left. Maybe you're, yeah, I think you're seeing the lesson. The High Priestess here. Maybe the lesson is to have the balls to choose yourself instead of someone else. Maybe you finally did that. It made you aligned as well with the Judgment card. So I feel like in October, this is what's happening, is you're getting clear on something that you just weren't sure about. Could be about a boss, a lover. I feel like you're doing really well financially in October. I feel like you have a lot of choices, like about money, about where to go, about what to do with your life. You're very confident here with the Queen of Wands because you've been doing a transformation, you know. You've done a transformation, and the Wheel of Fortune is here saying like it's divine timing. It's got everything to do with the way you feel about your life. You know what I mean? So I feel like what I'm seeing is like maybe this 2 of Cups that you're concerned about that walked away actually started making you look from other perspectives, and now you see your life as a giant success. Like even every mistake. You're like, I understand why that happened. I understand why that happened. I think it's time that you do understand it. And honestly, if you're talking to the camel boy up here, yeah, here's the high priestess. So you have the high priest and the high priest here. Tell me why these two are here for Gemini. What does this signify in October? Both of these energies. Oh, wow. It's shining the light on the fact that you are the divine, that you are the divine empress, that you have the ability to create things. And I feel like you're just seeing your value. It's being illuminated here. And it's when you tap into the high priestess and understand about like all the 9 wands. Those are all the painful situations, you know. And you're realizing how really valuable you are, how beautiful you are, how special, Gemini, good for you. What else is happening in October for Gem? Okay, there's a new beginning maybe in work. It's shocking, comes out of nowhere. Or there's a shocking message that comes. It's a page. I usually like those to be mean, like new beginning, but I don't think so. I think you get a message or something, it shocks you, you weren't ready for it, and you kind of have your guard up about it. It's from someone that you love, maybe even this first person coming in. I feel like you guys were a good match. You were a good match, and you knew it. And I think that's why you're so, yeah, you had the ability to be 10 of Pentacles, and you knew that, but it's just over, and I think it hurt you. But now you're kind of seeing, like, in October, you're kind of seeing the light. Like, you're like, well, I don't think I would have known that I was an empress if it wouldn't have been for this person. Like, they taught me, you know, that I have value. They basically pushed me into loving myself instead until I saw it. I feel like, you know, this could be that, like, this page could be a message coming in out of the blue and it shocks you. And your first instinct is to cut it out. Like, fuck that shit. I already did that. And then I think your heart space activates, you know, and then you're thinking about how good it felt, how stable it felt, what the potential could have been. Tell me what Gemini is going to do with this message. What is she going to do with it in October? We're going to think about it. Hanged Man. It might put you in a place where you have to really think about stuff. It's this 8, it's the 6 of Pentacles, or the 6 of Cups. Like, you're starting to rethink it. Like, how do I feel? That was a lot of work, but it was my wish fulfillment. But I worked hard to cut myself free out of that. I'm still healing. So I feel like you're just processing all of that. So that's why the camel boy is here, because I feel like you're going to have to ask for some kind of guidance through all of this. You know, like, where should I go now? Like, what should my answer be? How should I respond? Like, that kind of thing. Okay, let's look at November. November for Gemini. November for Gemini. Okay, so you're trying to make a decision here, 2 of Swords. There's an offer being made. And you're talking to Spirit about it because you're really tempted by the offer. It could be an offer of work. It could be a brand new beginning in your life. Yeah, it is a brand new beginning. But I don't know. It looks like you're thinking then you're not going to take it. You're walking away. I feel like the offer just isn't stable enough. Maybe it's not enough money. Maybe it's not enough, just not enough, not challenging enough or something. Because you're coming in here as like you're walking away from the offer because you're the Queen of Pentacles. It's like you already have what you want, what you need, what you desire. So why would you take the new offer? You're guarded about it. Okay. Yeah. You're able to manifest what you want. And unfortunately, what you're thinking about is this six of Cups, this person from before. It's up here in October as well. It's the one that you're thinking about, like you're in the Hangman position. You're still thinking about it in October because you know that this was a soulmate. It was a good one. It was like you guys met eye to eye. You had respect for one another. You had a good time together. You had fun, right? You were hoping for something more, and then it just changed. It just changed. There was a tower. I see it at the bottom. You didn't see it coming. You've been hanging on to it, right? You want to reach out to them. You want to work with them. You want to send them a message. Maybe you have. But it's like they still don't know what they want. They still don't really even know. Okay? So I see you kind of like working on yourself here is what I'm feeling like. Like I think you're processing all of this. It's hurtful. It's hurt you. I don't know when it happened, but it was hurtful. And I just feel like Spirit is coming in to change something, but you're working with them as well. You got the Hierophant. So this is showing like, it's showing yoga. It's showing tapping in. Maybe you're being taught yoga. Maybe you're teaching yoga. Maybe you're just on a whole nother level now, in November. You're just going inside, trying to be that beautiful Nine of Pentacles, the one that's free and having a great time all by herself, being led by Spirit. She knows it. She feels good. She works with Spirit all the time. So I feel like that is happening in November. A lot of what's happening with the Eight of Wands? I know it means change. What are you changing here? Okay, so maybe your third eye is amping up a little bit. Maybe you're learning another modality of the craft, the tapping in. Okay. Yeah, and what you're working on here is trying to get the Ten of Pentacles. So I kind of like you have 9 by yourself, and it's very possible that you have stability all by yourself, and maybe you don't realize it until November. Like you realize you're fine all by yourself, and then you don't need anything besides your higher self to guide you. Like your soul knows it all. I think you're figuring it out. I feel like you're also tapping into like this card shows you tapping into the wind, the air energy, but it's called wands, so maybe you're working with air and wands, like causing a ruckus, changing some shit. Let's look at December. Spirit, what's happening in December for Gemini? Okay. I feel like you're growing. You're going from like Knight to Queen here of Wands. So I do feel like there's a strong energy of some kind of power that you're working on, some kind of gift, some kind of, I don't know. She's got fire in her hands. Maybe you're working on Reiki. Maybe you're just working on something, just being happy. Like, fuck it, I'm just going to do what makes me happy right now, right? So it's like you're going from the Knight to the Queen, which is quite a bit jump, like a lot of a lot more knowledge. It starts something new for you, like a new beginning. You had that before. You have 10 of Pentacles twice. Who else got that? Someone else, maybe Aries. Yeah, here's this 9 of Pentacles again. I feel like what's happening is like, and the Empress. Wow. So you have a new beginning, and it's got everything to do with what you've been through. And the reason that you're finally getting this new opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, is because you have figured it out. You've tapped in. I think you're causing this new beginning yourself, birthing it yourself. All right, let's see. Okay, so whatever you're doing here, wow, December. Okay. So in December, I feel like there's a lot of growth for you. There's an opportunity someone's offering you. I think you maybe even made that opportunity come about yourself. You know, like you're manifesting something. It's got something to do with all the pain that you have been through. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you're doing with it, but you're giving birth to something new with the Empress here. It's something that Spirit and you have been talking about while you've been in the Hermit, you know? Like you're talking to your higher self, like, what do I do? And they're like, be successful, dude. Be fucking successful. And then you've got the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and 6 of Cups in the middle. So I kind of feel like there is someone from your past that vibes matches with you that maybe you're going to be working with in December. What are they going to be doing? I think this person is a big part of your success. Yeah, because remember you had the Queen of Wands, now the King is coming out. So you could have more than one option. Or you could have someone that just matches your energy in a very good way. I feel like there's a new beginning, a reconciliation. It is very spirit guided. Let's see. How about that? Okay. Tell me about the Camel Boy. Let's clarify this card. Tell me what exactly is happening with this. Okay, what you're asking about is you're asking about how to change your energy. And I see you doing it over and over, and I think it's directly related to the 6 of Cups. So what can the 6 of Cups be? It can be a past lover, it could be a child or someone that you've known from childhood. It could be something that you just, you know, think about all the fucking time, or someone, you know what I mean? Let's clarify October. Yeah, I feel like you're getting like intuitive hits. You're understanding what's going on more. You're starting to love yourself and have compassion for your human being, because you realize like how much it's been through, and you start loving yourself. I feel like your soul is actually doing the loving on you, and you feel it. This person that's coming back, there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of passion here, probably a new beginning. November, what happens in November? Could be single again in November. It looks like wish fulfillment. Maybe you're not, I don't know. November, what's happening in November? Yeah, healing the inner child. So it could be this Six of Cups things, this inner child thing. That's what else the Six of Cups can mean. It could mean something from a long time ago, like there's children on that card, is why I always incorporate the children. Okay. I feel like while you're thinking in November, I feel like you're having a little bit of regrets as you like think about the Six of Cups, because the memory / nostalgia card comes out now. And just the thought of it makes you feel some type of way inside. Like your heart is heavy. You don't know. It's the memories of this, hurting you. And then maybe you're deciding like, well, that thing was something I've been clinging to. What do you do? What do they do about that? In that South Node card. That's too many. Tell me how they get out of that South Node energy. Yeah, the South Node. So they're going to tell me what it is first. They're saying the South Node energy is a period, or it's like a whole cycle of being rejected. Like maybe it started with your parents, and maybe that's what this person did, was like they made you feel rejected, right? And it was like fucked up. Spirit is saying like, okay, well that was your North Node and you're clinging to it. Let me show you what is on the North Node. Like this was the South Node, the comfort zone, the rejection, the loss, right? I feel shitty. And here's your North Node. It's filled with sunshine. Do you see that? That really came out like that. So your purpose is to be strong and to give empowerment to other people. That's your purpose. And I feel like you're working through this and maybe having a hard time believing it because of whatever happened with the Six of Cups. I feel like things are stabling out for you, I think that's what you want, is stability. And what you're noticing is like your constant toxic pattern. What you're realizing is your constant toxic pattern that you have, right? Which is a pattern of maybe having a really good time. Maybe you just pick up people and, and throw them out, or you get attached to the same kind of person every single time. You know what I mean? Like somebody who doesn't want to, I'll tell you a better example. Someone who's an alcoholic. Let's just use that. Let's say you've been in 1,000 relationships and every fucking one of them had some sort of an addiction. And you're finally figuring it out in November. Like, wait a minute. I don't really feel comfortable in this energy at all. Like, why am I here? It's all about pretty much like falling in love with yourself in some way, I mean, if there's a way to do that. I do see like you finally in December, like getting that feeling. Maybe it's got something to do with a passion project or something, but it opens up kind of a new avenue for you. I guess take what resonates, Mr. Cow or Miss Cow. I don't really know what it means for you. Like, I'm just giving the messages and you get to decide what they mean. But yeah, I feel like you know, this is saying like you've been on this north node in a comfort zone. I mean, south node. In a comfort zone, and it's like a place where you party a lot, you're surrounded by a lot of toxic energy, and you always end up getting rejected. And I think in November, you're healing that. I think it goes all the way back to when you were a child, because it talks about it right here. Like, and it's kind of like about like manifesting too. Like, if that's all you knew as a child is toxic patterns, like how in the world could a child change that for themselves? You know, I mean, they just don't have the knowledge. So I feel like here you are working through this, and Spirit's kind of like talking to you about it. And remember the camel boy at the beginning, right? Be open to receive. Your spirit guides want to work with you. Your spirit guides want to work with you. So all you have to do, according to that first card, is ask. And you will receive it. You will receive help. You will receive guidance. You will receive answers. Here's the cool part in December. I really kind of love December. I'm also a Gemini. And I just feel like there's a big something breaking here, something changing. And it is still the Six of Cups is here again. So it's that same person that you're thinking of in October. It could, like I said, it could be a child, it could be somebody you've known since a child, it could be a sibling, I don't know. It could be a parent, like anything. But it's something that you keep thinking about, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of ask, did you start watching at the beginning? Because I read a card at the very beginning. Maybe you should go all the way back to the beginning and watch for the overall energy of the camel boy. It's a 33 card, and it's about asking spirit. It's about asking your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, your spirit squad. I call it the squad. The people that hang out with you all the time. Okay, so let's just clarify December now. Tell me what's going on with the Empress. What is the Empress working on? I thought something flipped over, but I guess not. Tell me what the Empress is working on in... Okay. I feel like there was some kind of growth, something you started in the summer time. So you could have possibly started something like June, July, August. It's harvesting November, December, October, November, December. It's harvesting during this period. It must be December. You might start seeing it in November. Like, I think there's money coming in or something. Because the Empress is working on creating something. Can you show me in a card what it looks like? What is... Okay, I think you're remembering something, like maybe something from a past life. Maybe you might be really understanding or remembering your soul, the power of it. That's maybe why the Empress is here. Like they're just, this is like your kind of your grand finale here of growth. You go from the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands and then the Empress, you know. You're remembering how powerful you are. You're remembering how cool your soul is. And there's a new beginning here. Tell me what's happening with this King and Queen of Pentacles. Right in the middle with a rebirth. Something's being made right for this Six of Cups. Something changed, something's changing. I think you're getting clarity on it. You're getting clarity on whatever the Six of Cups is for you. Could be anything. Tell me what the new beginning is with the World card. Tell me what's on the other side of the world. Tell me what's thoughts on this new love? Is a Venus love offer. It's a love offer. Who's it from? So Venus is ruled by Taurus. You'll be getting messages on this from, like, in your dreams. Maybe this is someone that you love, someone that you're psychically connected to. I think it's someone that you broke up with. There's a new beginning, like a message or something. You're tempted to take it. I think you do take it. I think you talk about it. I think you have messages going back and forth, because there's a transformation coming. There is a union happening on the other side of that world card. So, Spirit, I want you to tell me with this deck, tell me a message from that camel boy. Tell me, okay? The Observe card. That's the Hanged Man card. Observe. What do you want them to observe? Wow. Okay. So they're asking you to observe, and in order to do that, I feel like what they're asking you to do is look from other directions. Like, you want to look at everything that you're considering. You want to look at it from your soul's point of view. You want to look at it from the person that you're dealing with point of view, right? They're asking you to open up because they want to give you a message right directly into your crown. Remember when I told you that they're going to be giving you dreams? So pay attention to those. Keep a notebook by your bed, and take notes of it, because you're getting lots of messages. This is your intuition. They're asking you, listen. The camel boy is saying, just listen, because I have new information for you. It's going to change your life forever. The way you've been standing in the background of your own life is going to change with this message that I'm giving you. It's a scroll of knowledge. Then you step forward into your life and take charge. The Emperor can manifest anything that he wants. And I think that's what the camel boy is saying. Like, if you'll listen, if you'll be ready, if you'll get into the position, you've got messages coming. I'm going to tell you how. So you just have to be paying attention. You know, if you see some numbers and you're driving down the road, I mean, have a pen and paper in there and write down the numbers that you see. You know, like in front of you in a car, like on the car license plate. Like, sometimes the numbers on those will mean something to you. You'll know it right away. And it's really fun, too, by the way, to do that. After a while, you kind of see a pattern in what the messages mean. Also, music on the radio is another good way that spirit can talk to you. So I feel like they're just trying to talk to you, and all you need to do is pay attention. So, union, coming into union is usually that phraseology, whatever you want to call it, those words coming into union usually is talked about when people are talking about twin flame, because twin flames are complicated and they break up. Like, they get together and then they break up, and then they get together and they break up. The intensity of the relationship is so passionate, overwhelming, scary. It's like having a mirror putting up in front of you too. Like, sometimes you'll just piss them off so bad, but it's really just doing something that they did to somebody else, and they're looking at it, you know what I mean? So when it talks about union, coming into union, it means that is, you guys are going to get back together, and who knows if it will be a happily ever after, but I did see a couple at 10 of Pentacles. So At the very minimum, I feel like you have someone from your past coming back. I think you don't know what to do about it, but your higher self does, and I think it's important to tap into it just so that you can see how you should respond. And whenever I ask Spirit how I should respond to a situation, the answer is always the same: with love. Come from a place of love. Every time I answer someone or say something in anger, I am sorry the minute it comes out of my mouth. If not a minute, at least a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like, be careful, and just lead with love. Just make that a practice in your life. And that's what I have for you guys, Geminis. Thanks for coming, liking, sharing, subscribing. And I'm going to get off here and I'm going to jump back on in a couple of minutes with Cancer.